Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm here with Allison. This is the Style Center. We're here with Rose Jewels Boutique. So, Allison, we're just going to jump right into it. How long have you been designing jewelry?
I've actually been designing jewelry since I was 5 years old.
Wow, so young.
Yeah.
What kind of jewelry were you designing as a 5-year-old?
As a 5-year-old, taking stuff like anything that was shiny, colorful, and that my parents didn't put up, and making it into jewelry. Crayons, bottle caps, anything that they left around, I was making it into jewelry.
Okay, so what inspires you to create this beautiful jewelry now as an adult?
The things that inspired me when I was younger. My grandfather was a junk man, like literally Sanford and Son junk man. And he collected everything under the sun, like keys and bottle caps and, leftover plastic pieces. And he passed away back in 2009. Mm-hmm. And he taught me how to make jewelry, and I wanted to keep it going.
Yeah.
And it was, it was stories in that junk that he picked up. It was treasure to somebody else, but it was treasure to him. And so that is what inspires me. I want to tell people stories. So this is just the medium that I do it in. Whether I'm speaking it, this is a visual medium for me to tell people stories.
Okay, so when you say stories, what type of story do you feel like your pieces tell? I know each individual piece that makes up the jewelry has its own story, but when they come together, they create a whole different story as well. So what story do you feel like you want to tell now, I guess, is my question.
To be yourself. Be unique, because, we only have one time on this earth to go around. Don't waste it.
Very
totally true. Be you. Be different. Be colorful. Be jingly. Be artistic. And that is the cornerstone of the brand, to make sure that you're telling your story and that you're being you. That when somebody sees this coming down the street, they want to talk to me and ask me, what is that? And if I see somebody else coming with a Rose Jewels piece, I'll be like, I know that that's their story.
Okay, so where did you get the name for Rose Jewels Boutique?
Actually, Rose Jewels Boutique was given to the boutique by one of its first customers.
Okay.
I've been doing jewelry since I was a kid, but actually selling it as a business. Mm-hmm. When I was in college, I pledged this music sorority, Sigma Alpha Iota, and it was not a big known sorority, so there was no paraphernalia for it. And somebody in the group asked me, well, would you make something? So I made some charm bracelets with some music notes on it, and roses, which is actually the nickname for girls that are in SAI. And so when the bracelets came out, my sorority sister was like, look at those little rose jewels. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's
so
it.
Cute.
We're going to call this Rose Jewels Boutique. So, yeah, my sorority sister named the boutique.
That is so cute. See, that's your, like you just said,
Stories.
Each piece has a story, and that's the story for basically the whole entire boutique, which I think is amazing. As far as each piece goes, what is your process? Like, how do you make a piece? And we're going to talk about this piece you have around your neck as well.
Okay. Two processes. One is just me getting in my lab. I actually have a whole room that's devoted to jewelry. It's got odds and ends, bottle caps, beads, precious stones, wire, and I go in there and I just create. And I put those pieces up on my website for people to buy. I sell them in art shows, craft fairs, and fashion shows. Basically anywhere that I can set up where people appreciate art and want to purchase it.
Yeah, now, for sure.
The other process is more of the custom element, where we delve into the storytelling.
Okay.
And so that's when I meet a person like you. Aww. And you say, I like salamanders, I like lizards. And I say, okay, so what is your story about lizards? And so you say, well, I like lizards because they're a beautiful brown color, or they live in the desert. And I design a whole piece around it, literally with my notebook, because I'm a storyteller in my heart of hearts. I write down salamanders, what they mean, and I create a collage type piece like this for you. So it's your story in jewelry form.
Oh, that's so great. I really wish I could do that. That's some real creativity right there. I also wanted to ask, so as far as each individual piece, where do you find these trinkets? Where do you get them, and how did they get to your lab? Like, how does all of this happen?
They come from everywhere. When I tell you, I stay in the same place. Like my grandfather, I still go to our same church that we went to, and because I'm his granddaughter, people know me. And when I tell you, these people drop bags of stuff off.
Wow.
They bring them to the church. They bring them to the carport. When I was working like in retail, people would bring bags to the store. Where are you? Where are you? I have a bag of garbage for you. I was like,
gosh.
okay. People calling me on my phone, giving me stuff that they think is garbage, but you know, they could appreciate what I would turn them into. So a lot of it's donated. I frequent craft stores. I love thrift stores.
Me too.
Basically anywhere something is shiny, I will go pick it. I will find it. And
Okay.
I will repurpose it.
So who are your customers? Who are these people that also appreciate art in the way that you do?
That's so funny. Somebody was just asking me this the other day, one of my business teachers. And Rose Jewels has really found an audience with millennials. And I learned this by sheer dumb luck, by just looking at a profile of my customers and saying, who is really buying this? And I was like, what is it about their age group? Well, a lot of the studies show that people in that age group are looking for more meaningful experiences in general.
Mm-hmm.
They can appreciate jobs that have meaning. They appreciate stories. So the millennials are the people that are buying my stuff because they are really into, I'm unique. This is me. This is how I want to do it. I'm going to live my life this way. And so
I completely relate.
Yeah. So I just take it and I make their story with it. So yeah, millennials and people who are just sentimental and appreciate a good story.
Yeah, for sure. I guess this will be our last question before we move into the next segment. But who do you feel like is one person you would love to create a piece for?
Oh my goodness. So I have been doing this forever. And
how long exactly?
Like I said, since I was 5, so that's gonna be about 25 plus years now.
She is not gonna tell us her age,
No.
y'all. She is not gonna do it.
I'm gonna let y'all think I'm a fresh-faced 15-year-old. But like I said, I've been doing it for so long, and this is what it is. It's Rose Jewels Boutique, and people can get into it and join the brand.
So, if you had to pick one person, famous or not famous, maybe a member of your family or something like that, who you would want to create a piece for that's meaningful, who do you think that would be?
One person. Okay.
Or a couple.
A couple. Okay. Bessie Johnson. Because a lot of people see me. And that, like I said, before I even knew about it, they would say, is that Bessie Johnson? And I'm like, who is that? Because like I said,
for those of us who don't know, Bessie Johnson is also a trinket type designer, but she's not on this level.
So I was like, no, it's me. It's Allison. It's Rose Jewels. But so I started following Bessie Johnson because, that's the process of becoming a better business person. You see people that do things that you want to do and you follow the path. So Bessie Johnson is definitely one of them. I also discovered Iris Afel.
Okay.
And she is fabulous. I don't know how old she is, but Iris is one of these people who just puts on jewelry, and she has a legacy of, being different and being unique. She's like 99 plus, and
she's still rocking it.
She's still rocking it, and so I would just love to run into her in New York somewhere and be like, "Oh, would you please wear my jewelry?" Because like I said, people who are different and just appreciate doing something totally off the mark and expressing themselves, those are the people that have inspired me and encouraged me to keep doing it. And I would just love for them to wear one of my pieces.
Well, yeah, those are really great choices. We're going to move into the next segment so you can show off some of your pieces on some of our models. This is the Style Center. We'll be right back.
This Saturday, February 25th, it's going down. Matthias Quintre presents the Intro to Paris Fashion Expo and Fashion Designers Showcase competition at the Agri-Center International. You don't want to miss. Expo admission is free. Fashion show admission is $20 in advance. For ticket information, visit www.introtoparis.com. Intro to Paris.
We're back with the Style Center, again, Rose Jewels Boutique. So, Miss Allison, I'm going to ask you, this necklace that you have on with all the trinkets, as y'all can see, she has trinkets on the necklace and the bracelets on both arms. How much does this weigh?
The last time I weighed it in, it was like 7 pounds and some change.
Okay. So she got a baby around her
yes,
neck.
a small child around her neck.
How long did it take you to make that?
Actually, people were giving me pieces. I started making it in 2011, and I just kept adding and adding to it, and then I had to tell people, look, we're going to have to stop weighing my neck down. We done.
Yeah.
But, so in actuality, about 5 years in real life to put it together. But I've taken it apart just to see how long it takes me to put it back together again. And it's like 2 days worth of work.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 days. 2 days.
Yeah.
But I think it's the real time stamp is the 5 years because, like you said, it's telling a story. And
Yes.
I think that's great. So what about the ones on your arm as well? The bracelets, do they take maybe a little less time? How long do they typically take?
No. So I kind of built the hierarchy around like the big bold statement piece, that necklace that takes a little more time. I usually ask for like a month for my customers to turn it around. But with the bracelets, I can literally do these in a couple of hours. So I just stack and pack a bunch of them on. But they're the charm bracelets. And yeah, they don't take as long to do, a couple of hours.
And what about these rings? Are those just you find one trinket and attach something to it, or how does the functionality of the rings work?
I love broken stuff. So these are like broken things. Like I say, people drop stuff off and be like, it's broken, I don't want it. And so I take it and make it. So these are broken rings that I wired back together. And broken chain that I turned into a charm ringlet, which is a ring bracelet, and that's like one of my best sellers. People love the ringlet.
Yeah, I love ringlets too. I have one actually, and I would like for you to take a look at it.
Yes, I can do it. So yeah, so like I say, from grandiose to simple, it's just all about your story.
So I see you have a lot of keys on this piece. What's the significance of the keys? You have keys on your rings, on the bracelets, and a lot on the necklaces as well.
Well, it's twofold. I love keys because my granddaddy, he was, like I say, he collected little odds and ends, and keys is one of the things that he collected. You were liable to go to his house and you lost your key to your house, your safe, your car, and my granddad had the key. If I didn't turn it into jewelry. So it's one of those things that reminds me of him. So I like to make jewelry with keys. I like to do a lot of upcycling, repurposing. And also I like keys because I think that that's what we all need to strive to, to what is the key to making this work? What's the key to life? What's the key to being successful? So that's why I like keys, and it's definitely one of the Rose Jewel staples.
Okay. Well, I think we are ready for our models.
Yay,
so we can talk about their pieces as well. Our first model is going to be Miss Asha She is also one of our correspondents. So tell us a little bit about this piece that Asha is wearing.
This is one of my favorite things pieces, like mine. Mine is my family tree, so that's the story here. But on hers, it's actually Under the Sea, which is inspired by The Little Mermaid. I was singing the whole time I was making this piece. So, you know, you kind of have Yes. So you kind of have your seashells and you have your spoons and found objects, like things that I thought that if I was a mermaid I would find under the sea, that I would collect and put into my little treasure chest. So that's the story behind that. It's The Little Mermaid. A lot of sea foam, agate pearls, amethyst, sand colors. And then
so who do you think this would be a good piece for?
Anybody who was in love with Disney, that loves musicals, that loves to tell a story. Aquarius, like our ocean signs, people who are marine biologists. That's your story, because it's under the sea, it's water. So that would be a good piece for them.
Okay, and what about this ring she's wearing?
Cameos. That's another staple of Rose Jewels Boutique, because my grandmother, who was fashion for days, she loves cameos. So I took a liking to them too. And this is my midnight cameo ring. And it has another found object on it. And it's kind of got the Little Mermaid theme going too. So you have like the people in love. I thought it was odd because cameos usually have one lady on it.
Person, yeah.
But this one actually told a story to me. Yeah. So that's my midnight cameo. And it matches her necklace. So themes, stories, under the sea, and love.
Okay, thank you, Asha. Our next model, please show us. Now this one is my favorite because my favorite color is green.
Yeah.
And I really like how it has the matching add-on. So tell us about this piece as well.
This is the Green Goddess piece. And
splits here.
Yes. This is green. So that's quite literally the name where that came from. But the goddess part came from a lot of the scroll pieces that you see. It's a lot of filigree, a lot of Grecian pieces, and like with your tassel that you see. So I really felt like it was something that is a modern interpretation of like a goddess, warrior, Athena, and somebody who loves like the earth, like a Gaia type of.
Yeah.
And then so you have matching bracelets with them. And
I love these earth tones in this bracelet right here. That's really beautiful.
Yeah. So that's the Green Goddess collection. She has necklace and bracelet, and then the earrings are buttons that were made like from coat buttons, but they look like a shield.
Yeah,
so
I was just thinking that. So that goes along with the goddess theme too.
Exactly. So Grecian goddess, green warrior.
Oh, thanks, boo. And our last model, she is also wearing a couple of different pieces, but this is really beautiful. Please tell us, what is this stone and what does it mean?
Yeah, so we had like, the bigger pieces that they were more of a grandiose piece, but she's modeling a couple of different little pieces that tell a story. So she has something that's like still in that Little Mermaid family. I love Disney.
Yes, it has a comb and a crown. This is super cute. Oh my gosh. So I didn't get a close look up at it at first, but now that I'm looking at it, it's so beautiful.
So yeah, like antique charms and a lot of those ocean colors, and it's a ringlet, of course. And then over here on this arm, she has a charm bracelet, and it's called Grandmother's China. So it's got your keys on it.
Super cute.
And the little pieces, the China pieces, charms that were made from clay. And then here is another upcycled piece, because like I said, I'm big on repurposing things. This is actually a domino.
Wow.
With a hole drilled through it. And so I painted the other side, and it has a door on it. And I just wanted to do something like in the blue family that was like a simpler statement, not quite as big as this and the other pieces, but that still told a story. So we have the door in like the Tiffany blue flowers. So, like I said, still a statement, but something just smaller.
Okay. Thank you again. All of those are so really, I really wish I was this creative. Oh my gosh. This is giving me so much inspiration.
Oh, thank you so much.
So let's talk a little bit about what something as grandiose as you say, I love that vocabulary. Something as grandiose as this might cost, and also maybe something more simpler like the necklaces and bracelets we've seen might cost as well.
My basic price chart starts from like $15, and then it goes all the way up to $200. This right here is something that I don't really recreate, but if you are crazy enough to wear this small baby around your neck, then I will go crazy with you. So, but yeah, pretty much from $15 to $200. Like I say, it's your fashion world. It's your story. I just create in it.
Okay. Do you have any social media platforms that we can follow you on?
Yes. You can purchase, contact me, read my story, read other people's stories on my website, which is www.rosejewelsboutique.com. I'm also on Facebook, Rose Jewels Boutique, Instagram, Rose Jewels Boutique as well.
Okay. Well, thank you again for taking the time to come out with us. I always feel like when people share part of their story, they're really revealing and sharing to us who they are. So I want to thank you for sharing that as well. Again, thank you for spending time with us, doing this interview with me. This is the Style Center. I'm Taylor, Rose Jewels Boutique with Allison, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Devin Dion with the Style Center. I'm sitting here lonely with this empty chair, but you could be there. If you're promoting a local business, anything fashion-wise, you have a new clothing line coming out, you're a stylist, you need clients, come here so I can help you promote and get it out there to the world. Check out L3television.com for more details.
My name is Raya Wooten. Make sure you tune into Lights in the City on Sundays at 5 p.m. on Comcast Channel 31.